All right, so I want to talk about something in Doom lore that I think we kind of overlook because we're too busy chainsawing everything that moves. And yeah, it's a bit of a theory, but honestly, it just lines up way too well to ignore. So, the Slayer's testaments, those creepy, echoey, ancient scriptures demons chant, right? The ones that describe the Doom Slayer like he's the freaking apocalypse incarnate, unholy one, render of flesh, the beast, all that dramatic stuff. We treat it like it's simply Hell's Bible, where they happen to worship the guy who keeps ruining their day. But what if, and hear me out, that's not actually worship? What if it's brainwashing? Not of the demons, but of the Sentinels, and maybe even us. Like, think about it. You're a Knight Sentinel, proud warriors sworn to protect humanity. You see this guy, one of your own, become so powerful that he doesn't even need your king, your gods, or your traditions anymore. He just is the war. So how do you control the narrative? How do you keep everyone from losing faith in your system and following him instead? Easy. You turn him into a myth. You turn him into a warning. Do not become like him. His rage has no limit. He is the dark future waiting for us if we stray. It's a fear tactic, a loyalty tactic. The Sentinels needed their soldiers to fear what one of them could become if they reject the hierarchy. And demons, they just amplified it because it also benefits them. If your enemy is an unstoppable rage god that destroys entire dimensions, you write about how terrifying he is. You strip away his humanity. You tell the younger demons he is not a man, he is a curse. Boom, instant terror. And yeah, here's where it gets fun. If you're Hell, the last thing you want is your own forces asking questions like, wait, are we the bad guys? So what do? You rewrite history. You frame the Doomslayer, the one guy who refuses to kneel, as the villain of your entire culture. Someone who invaded your home, someone who destroys you for no reason, someone who hates you just for existing. Because here's the horrifying twist, demons don't see themselves as evil, like, at all. They're not down there twirling mustaches and saying, yes, let's be cartoonishly villainous today. No. In their heads, they're the good guys, or at least the wronged ones. They see the Doomslayer as their apocalypse, their cosmic punishment, their unstoppable extinction. From their perspective, he is a horror movie monster. He's that thing under the bed, except it kicks down the door and shoves a shotgun in your mouth. So the testaments aren't hymns. They're therapy sessions for Hell. They're trying to convince themselves that they're the victims, that the Doomslayer is unfair, that he's unstoppable because he isn't right, that they're being hunted by a monster. And then, here's where it gets kind of wild. The language of the testaments is meant to recruit. Imagine you're a sad, angry human. You hate your life, you hate the UAC, and suddenly you stumble across Hell's version of the story. The Slayer is a cruel destroyer whose hatred burns brighter than any flame of Hell. And you're sitting there like, well, hey, maybe Hell isn't the worst thing after all. Maybe he is. Boom. Now Hell has one more potential cultist. So yeah, the testaments pull double duty. Terrify demons because fear keeps them obedient. Manipulate anyone who reads them, so they'll hate the Slayer instead of siding with him. They paint the Doomslayer as the ultimate evil to justify their own atrocities. That's classic propaganda. It's we are righteous, he is the monster, on loop forever. But the scariest piece, the thing that gives me chills, they genuinely believe it. Hell isn't acting. Hell is scared. Hell sees the Doomslayer and thinks, he's doing to us what we did to them. Demons don't feel guilt, they feel ego. They think they're evolving reality. They think consuming worlds is destiny. So when someone pushes back, and pushes back hard, they can't accept that they're the villains. They rewrite the story so they are the persecuted ones. And that means something really terrifying. There are no evil demons in Doom, only delusional ones. Delusional enough to see Hell as paradise. Delusional enough to think the Doomslayer is the destroyer of peace. Delusional enough to think he started this war. So yeah, maybe the Slayer's testaments aren't just lore accessories. Maybe they're Hell's therapy journal, their coping mechanism, their twisted religious textbook teaching them that the Doomslayer is the cosmic bully instead of the only guy punching the bully back. It's genius writing, actually. Because what's scarier? A monster that knows it's a monster, or a monster that thinks it's the hero? Anyway, that's my take on it. The Slayer's Testaments aren't just spooky lore flavor, they're a psychological battlefield, a PR war, a desperate attempt by Hell to rewrite a story they already lost. And honestly, that makes the Doom universe way more interesting to look at. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this theory, or if you just like digging into the weirder, deeper corners of Doom lore like I do, make sure you stick around. I've got plenty more where this came from. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm MythKnight Expanded, and I'll see you in the next deep dive. Stay sharp, Slayer.